Sir, you are muted.
So Jeet, actually today we have some your offline colleagues. I think camera is there. Let me see. क्या filter? नहीं अच्छा वो शेयरिंग किया है वो मेरा ऑफ होगा ना. बैकग्राउंड नहीं मैं कह रहा हूँ आप तो दिखेंगे वो भी नहीं दिखेंगे. अच्छा
सर नीचे बैकग्राउंड वीडियो को
थ्री डॉट्स नहीं इसमें नीचे नहीं आएगा रिमूव बैकग्राउंड.
यस सर एंड देयर स्टॉप रिकॉर्डिंग के ऊपर है सर अप्लाई बैकग्राउंड उसके नन कर यस
अब मुझे इधर यू कैन सी जीत दिख रहा है.
क्या सर?
एक साइड ही दिख रहा है. अच्छा दूसरी साइड यू कैन सी. ओके. Oh, you're also on recording. Good morning. Okay, can you see the slide, Jeet?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, settle down. So let me go ahead. If you have any question, okay, you can ask me in between. That is okay. Okay. Oh. Now in this chapter, so in the last unit, what we have done is DES and AES. Okay, data encryption standard and the advanced encryption standard. So now in this chapter, we are going to some variants of the DES and AES. Am I audible? Last bench. Last bench. मेरी आवाज आ रही है? So I hope that all of you people are, reading these quotes. I think in the first unit, I have told you this quote. In the subsequent units, please try to read this quote because I am thinking that in your next unit exam, because you have one more unit exam in the upcoming. So in that case, I am going to use these quotes somewhere in your exams. Okay, so try to use these quotes. Don't try to read it, try to understand. So now the people are trying that the DES itself is not enough, so that's why the people came with the AES. Okay, yes, correct that. So now there is a question, can we use the multiple time the same program? That is what the question. Okay, so that's why they are working on this different variants of this DES, and then that try to see that the original DES, that's what we have used it, the rounds in our theory, that is as of now people are not using due to the whatever the attacks. So that's why can we try to twist something in the DES so that that is somewhat equivalent to AES. Okay, that is what their kind of intention is there. And with even within the DES, if you see that if we have one message that we want to send it to the receiver, how we can do is we can divide the message in a blocks. Okay. Okay. What is the plain text size in a DES? Anyone can give me answer. Whatever we have studied in theory, what is the size of a plain text? Or exam gayi and the exam gone and the knowledge gone?
Sir, 64 bits.
Very good. What is the size of a key in the DES? 66 bits.
56.
56. Do we start with 56 or 64 bits?
64 bits.
Very good. The answer is that 64 bits, but the 8 bit are discarded. If I am not sure if some of you remember those kind of a key expansion in which the 8 bits are discarded. So out of 64, if you remove the 8 bits, the remaining bits are there 56 bits. So that is what they are going to use it. Okay. So yes, what is the plain text size in AES? I am thinking of making your next exam dependable. Dependency question, you people know? Yes, even offline, you can also give answers, students. That's fine. Do you know dependency based questions?
128 bits.
I'm getting your voice low. Let me see my.
128, sir.
Yeah, that is correct. 128. So do you know the dependency based questions? I have
Yes,
already
sir.
explained. Yes. Go ahead. I have already done this thing in your, I can say seniors or super seniors. In an offline mode, I have tried to use this thing.
First question's answer is the question, the data of the second question.
Very good. Which subject आपका है? Subject कौन सा है? Good. You are in correct class. Okay, so that is correct. In the dependency based question, the answer of one question. Okay, if you remember your first IA1, the two questions are calculative, but I haven't go with the dependency. Dependency, it means what? Whatever you're the answer of first question, that is as an input to the second question. So now if your first question is wrong, or you can say your answer is wrong of first question, do I need to check the second question? No. Straight away go on. Clear? So that is what the thing is, the dependencies. I'm thinking whether I can go with the IA2. So let's see, based on your kind of, response till the IA2, we will take a call whether we can go with the dependency based question or not. Okay. Okay. So now the people are thinking that in the DES, can we have a triple DES? It means we can use the 3 times or 2 times encryptions other than 1 time to make it more better. Clear? So that is what their word is there. So they start with the double DES. Double, it means what? You are using the 2 times DES. So 1 time encryptions, again, whatever the ciphertext. Okay. In the DES, the size of ciphertext is also 64 bit. The size of input is also 64 bit. So if I'm using 2 times, okay, that's where the thing is there. So can we try to make it more garbled? Clear? So it's like, for example, we assume we have a chain of students. I am telling the sentence to the first students. The first students tell the same sentence to second students, third students. Do you think that the last students having the same sentence? It is purely garbled. The more and more things you are adding in that chain, it is more and more garbled. So that's why I thought that can we use the 2 times DES? Now my question is, if we can use 10 times DES, what is the problem? If I am seeing that if I'm using more times, I have more security. I have more garbled message. Why can't we use 10 times DES? Yeah, anyone from offline? I think now I have to ask very specific, anyone from online or anyone from offline? Anyone from those students who are sitting? Tough in the decryptions, 10 times decryption we can do, that is fine. Yeah, of course, 10 times encryption, 10 times decryption, it will.
multiple encryption, can it return to the same plain text?
Yes. After multiple encryptions, because you are doing the same reverse decryptions with the same key, that's why it will give you same thing. So it's like consider every encryption will be one layer. So consider I have a plain text. I will put one particular, encryptions. It will give me one layer. Second encryption, second layer. Third encryptions, third layer. In that way. So what will happen after 10th encryptions? So it's like consider after 10th encryptions, we have a 10th layer. So what is doing the decryptions? It will remove one by one layer. Okay, that's way it will be done. So it is fine. I can use 10 times encryption. But what is the problem? I will get an advantage. My security is more. Because what the attacker have to do, attacker have to try 10 times different things. Then it will try to get it done. So security is more, but I'm missing something here. If I will do 10 times encryptions, what is the disadvantage?
The time complexity will be increasing.
Yes, that is correct. Consider that for a one-time encryptions, if I require, for example, 20 microseconds or 20 seconds, if I do 10 times encryptions, and assume we have a 64-bit plain text message. So if I have a 20 MB, 40 MB file, do you think that I can go with giving more time? No, I cannot go with. It is a time wastage. Okay, 10 times encryption, time wastage, 10 times decryptions, time wastage in that way. Okay. लास्ट बेंच मेरी आवाज आ रही है ना? गुड. हाँ बोलो. बाहर सिक्योरिटी वाला होगा, उसको बुला लीजिए, वो कर देंगे आपको. तुमने ही कहा होगा एसी के लिए, इसीलिए उसने तुमने भेजा. Then you are a good friend. Okay, done. Actually, so the answer is correct. If we have a kind of a 10 times encryptions, the time is more. Okay. So the question is, can we use the 2 times only encryptions and can we do it? So assume this thing. Okay. Consider this is my ciphertext C. This will be my first encryption and this will be my second. Is that correct? I will do first encryption using K2, second encryption using K1. Is that correct? Or am I wrong? First encryption by which key that is going on? K1 or K2? P is my plain text, right? Good. The first encryption will be done by K1. Okay. And then you will get your answers. Then whatever the answers, that is intermediate ciphertext, that using K2 you are going to encrypt. That's why it will be there. Okay. Then it will be your answer C. Done. That's right. Now, if the attacker wants to attack on this system, example, assume that the size of K1 is 56 bits. Okay. So how many possibilities there if the size of key is 56 bits? We are going to discard the 8 bits, right? So what is the possibility of total how many keys is possible? Yes. If my key size is 56 bits, what is the total number of keys possible? Very good. Who's given this answer? 2 to the power 56. Someone given this answer. Online में था? Okay. Because right now the speaker is there, the students are there, so I am not sure whether answer I am coming from the students here on offline or online. That is what the thing is. Okay, so total I have 256 keys is there, right? Now, if I want to attack on this system as an attacker, total how many keys I require? Only 256 keys, but that is for K1. Again, K2 is of a 56 bits, right? So again, there is a 256 keys for K2. Okay. So now 256 and another 256, total 256 into 256. How? Because attacker have to try first key of K2, all possible combination of K1. Let's say if I take K2 as a key 1, then again K1 I'm going to start as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything. Okay, it's like in that way. It's like I'm asking that if my key size is A to Z, A, B, C, D, A to Z, then K1 is from anything from A to Z and K2 is also from A to Z. So how many possibilities there? 26 into 26. Because A, AB, AC, AD, any key is possible, right? That's why it is there. So similarly, if I have a 256 bits is there, then total my key size is, you can say 256, okay, into 256. That's possibility attacker have to do it. Clear? So that is what the thing is there. That is what I thought. Can I do a smart attack compared to less number of keys? So right now, if you can see 256 into 256, that is big O of 256 plus 256. That is what the complexity is there. I want to reduce this complexity. As an attacker, I'm asking as an attacker, I want the correct K1, K2 still using less complexity. Otherwise, what will happen? 2 raised to 112, that is a high number. Even the attacker's PC is going to be crashed, or it will take years to get the key. So attacker don't want 2 raised to 112. So can we try to reduce the smart attack? Assume the attacker knows the C and P. No one plain text attack. Attacker knows okay, this is what your P, and attacker got the ciphertext from a open channel. Then now attacker can launch any smart attack. Yes. I hope you got the question. Attacker are having this P and this C. Attacker want to reduce its advantage from 2 raised to 112 to something less. If the attacker follows the naive method, it will be 2 raised to 112. Then what is a smart attack? I have already given you the hint. Attacker is already having a plain text P and the ciphertext, but attacker does not have the keys.
Frequency analysis.
Yes.
Frequency analysis.
Frequency analysis. That won't be here helpful. I want some, like what we have calculated 2 raised to 112. Same way I want some smart way that straight away you have an answer. This is what we can try to reduce. In security algorithms, the keys are always be secret. Plain text, ciphertext, that is everything else, well known to the attackers. The only thing is the keys. So everything is on the key. So how the attacker can try to make it more smart? I want to reduce the complexity. First bench. Now key can be anything. You can assume any bits. Straight away 56 bits are there, 0101. Okay. So it can be letters, it can be special characters, number, anything. Straight away 56 bits. Simple. First bench. 9:45. Remind me, okay, to stop the lecture. Assume all of you are attacker. Now you cannot spare the resources for big O of 2 raised to 112. It is a wastage. Can you try to reduce? But even for if you divide in K1 and K2 different, let's say if I have a K1, K2, for example, if I put a 1 table for K1, one for K2, right? So for each combination of K1, I have to try all the combination of K2.
We can, before finding them individually,
Hmm.
we can find them as a K1 plus K2. And then we can figure out, try to
Here we don't have a K1 plus K2. You can see the message. It is first straight away encrypted by K1. Whatever the ciphertext, that is 64 bits, that's again encrypted as a K2. So this K1 plus K2 is nowhere. Even for decryptions, they have to first apply the K2, then the K1. Even the decryption does not go with the additions or any other things.
not like addition.
In trying, that's you are telling. But addition won't be helpful because if you do a K1 plus K2, you will get another key because it is ultimately 56 bits plus 56 bits.
I mean, if we compare it, what we get is K1 encrypted using K2.
No, that won't be helpful. Again using DES, that's you are telling K1 encrypted using K2 in the DES. That won't be helpful because here we are only encrypting plain text, not the key. If we are doing that thing in our message,
We have P, right? We have plain text, we have cipher.
yes.
We compare them, right? And we get the result. And then we have,
Now, but first you have to calculate now from plain text, you have to calculate the ciphertext, then you can verify. Got it?
if only we can have K2 when the comparison product, the simplest product.
Yes, but
We just have to calculate K2 rather than K2.
no,
K2 will automatically get the resulted.
you cannot get both. You cannot, from one you cannot get another. Yes. Anyone from online?
What if we decrypt C and encrypt P? Then
But how you decrypt? Using any other keys? That's you are telling? Okay. Let me try to use. Okay, so consider we have a C and P available. Okay, so that's you are telling that we are going to maintain one entry using some decryptions, right? So decryptions you are doing using, let's say, K2 on C, and here you are saying encryptions, this is for K1 all the things, K1 in the P, that's you are telling? Okay, so what is the size of this table? How many rows are there? How many rows are there? 26. How many possible values of K2? Size of K2 is 56 bits. So what is the possible values of K2? Good. So if I do these two things, one table for decryption, one table for encryptions. So here the size of this table is 2 raised to 56. Size of this table is 2 raised to 56. Now, what is the next step? Very good. So now the answer is that it will happen the one entry from here going to be matched with one entry of here. So this is what the thing is there, one side, and this is what the another side. That's what we are going to do it. So the size of this table is 2 raised to 56. Size of this table is 2 raised to 56. Okay. Once you got this, both the table, now you have to do the comparisons. So again, to compute the first table, let's say this is T1 table, this is T2. So to compute T1, it will take big O of 2 raised to 56. To compute T2, it will again take big O of 2 raised to 56. There is no dependency, straight away each and everything, so you are going to do it. Now to do the comparisons in both the tables. Okay, again, what is the time? 2 raised to 56. One entry take here, compare with another, so and so on. Go ahead. So what is the final answer? Use your fundas of algorithms. Big O of 2 raised to 56 plus big O of 2 raised to 56 plus big O of 2 raised to 56. What is the final answer? 3 times big O of 2 raised to 56. Make sure it is additions because you are doing one by one task. Okay, that's why it is additions. What is the answer? I think in algorithm subject you have na last semester. algorithm subject. So big O, big omega, big theta, those notations are well clear. So if I do the additions of big O notations, what is the answer? Recording started, na? Yeah, recording started. Very good. There is no value of constant in a big O notation. So even if I do 10 times big O additions, this does not matter, right? Straight away my answer is 2 raised to 56. That's what is there. So now you can see that if I use this approach as an attacker, my complexity is reduced from big O of 2 raised to 112 to the big O of 2 raised to 56. Okay, this is we call in our security meet in middle attack. This is what the word is there. Meet in the middle attack. Okay, one side, another side, both are going to be meet at the one place, and that is there. Other name of this thing is the man in the middle attack in the security, in which it's like there are three friends. One friend is telling to another friend A tends to B. This is what we want to do it. B tends to see something different, and between A to C, the B will make the things garble. Okay, so this is what you can say the attacks is there in a kind of cyber crimes. If you are putting your ATMs on ATM card, attacker is in between you, your ATM and the bank machines, and it will try to masquerade to the bank that I am a valid customer. It will tell to you that I am a valid bank. Ultimately, attacker will get the money. Both is going to be wait for each other. Simple. Okay, that is the man in the middle attack. That's what is there. So similarly, it is meet in the middle attack. Clear? So I think all of you got your after frequency analysis. This will be the second attack, a well-known attack in a security. Okay, so any kind of thing is there. So now you can see that when anything is proposed in a security, it is not straight away used in the real-time applications. First, it is supposed to be tested with all the attacks. Okay, even I'm not sure whether the designer who have designed the DES haven't thought of those attacks. It may happen the attacker is working on different level. They are trying to check it, whether it is going to be attack from any. Otherwise, what will happen? Attacker are also a cyber experts or any other experts, right? But why they are going to check this thing? Because in future, if the system is, compromised, thing is gone. Just let me give you example of a signatures. We are having a digital signatures. It is not just I will sign and you will take a scan copy. Authorized signatures that is approved in government tenders. Okay. Even if you are not going your sign physically, sign the document that with your digital signature software and put it done. So think if that thing is compromised, anyone can forge your signatures digital. That is a very serious issue. Even you are not aware, on your names many things is done. Okay, that's what is there. Yeah. So I think is the attack is clear? Yes.
So as an attacker, I don't know if the sender has used single DES or double DES.
No, it is.
Find an equivalent key which can do the. So for example, can I find a key K3 which can give me the same transformation for the ciphertext and the plain text?
It is generally assumed in a security that the algorithms is well known, right? On a sender and receiver side, right? So that's why the only thing is a key. That's you to make it secure. Because if you assume algorithm is not well known, then the thing is there when the algorithm may be known by anyhow. So from sender receiver, if something is leaked. Okay, so that's why in a security field, they always put the algorithm. That's why the DES is always, you can see the steps are everything is available. The only thing is the key. So that's why when the attacker knows, attacker are well aware about what is the algorithm, what is the plain text, what is the ciphertext. And now attacker have to find the key. That is where the thing is there. Okay.
But still, is it possible that I can find a key K3 which is equivalent to this transformation?
It is kind of, your best shot. That's you have to try all the things and check whether it is done or not. So this will what we have done. Okay. So this one is the complexity for this thing. 30, that. Okay, so now the question is, can we use the triple DS? In the double DS, we know in the thing they are trying to make it done. So the question is, we are going with the three kind of encryptions, and sequence is in this way: encryptions, decryptions, and encryptions. So make it more garbled. So first it will do the encryptions, it will done the decryptions, again it will done the encryptions. Okay. Now the question is the keys. Okay. So either I can use the two keys as a K1, K2. Okay. Or I can use the three keys, three distinct keys as K1, K2, and K3. So this one is more secure compared to this, because attacker has to only guess two keys. Here attacker have to guess three keys. And again here attacker have to maintain many tables. The two table won't be helpful to here in the attackers, right? Because even attacker does not have these intermediate answers. Attacker is only having C and P. So that's why attacker cannot use the previous hour analysis, that attacker will compute this and attacker will compute, yeah, this is decryptions. Attacker cannot use this thing because the middle layer is yet hidden for the attackers. Attacker are only having C and P. So if we can use the three keys, our system is more secure. Yeah, but the only disadvantage, you can see that I have to remember the three keys. That is what a problem is there. For a sender and receiver, both have to remember the three keys. It's like I'm asking you that you people have to remember 3 passwords for each of your email account. Okay, so if you have a 20 email accounts or 20 different login, then 20 into 3, 60 passwords. That is all different passwords you have to remember. And this is a 56-bit passwords, right? So that's why to remember that thing again, it will take a time. That's why it is there. So there is a problem on that thing. Otherwise, you have to store in some pocket those digital passwords and you can try to use. That is the way it will be there. Okay, so this is what the thing is there. Okay, so this is already using in some standard at that time. Okay, what are the standards? Because as I told you that in a security, this DES and AES is nowadays people are using. Even in my research in a security and authentication protocols, I am using this AES 128-bit. So now you can see that this is how the security level is still maintained that. Okay, that's why it is there. So this is what the thing is there. Kind of as of now, there is straight away no practical attacks. The thing is there because we are going to hide using this thing, this entire things. So the with double DES, we can use the triple DES with the 2 keys or the 3 keys, depends on the users, right? That's what is there. But the disadvantage, you can see that I have to use multiple time encryptions or decryptions. That is what a problem is there. I have to rerun the same program 3 times. Either you are saying encryption or you are saying decryption. Again, I have to run both the programs. So I have to run actually 3 times program. So my time is wasted. Not as a sender, as a receiver who is receiving the message, their time is also going to be wasted. That's why it is there. Okay. So this is with the 3 keys. So it's like, can we use the 3 keys? Similarly, K1, K2, K3. That's what. Okay. So the sequence is still maintained. EDE, okay, encryption, decryptions, and encryptions, and then they are going to use it. The problem is time, because if I'm going to use this thing in a sensor device, it is a wastage for me because sensor is already a low constraint device. And if you are putting this thing, kind of device is going to be hang. Yeah. Even some algorithms or computer is going to be hang. A desktop Core i7, any other thing is going to be hang. Then think about a sensor in which you are going to deploy. Okay, because sensor will sense the data. It will send it to the wireless Wi-Fi or somewhere, either Raspberry Pi, Arduino, whatever the board you are using. So attacker is having a supercomputer. That's we have to assume. So that's why attacker is having a full power. Okay, but our algorithm does not have that full power. So that's why we have to make sure sender does not compromise the data. Same while attacker does not get the data. Okay. So this is again a standard in some again applications in this thing. This is I think some email service, this PGP and MIME at that time. So they are using this post some email services in which they are using these techniques to encrypt and decrypt. Okay. That's one. So now we are going in a next one. That is what a mode of operations. So as I discussed, DES is of 64 bit size. So the question is, how can we try to do this thing? Maybe we have a 10 MB size file. Maybe we have a 5 MB size file. Surely we have more than 64 bit of size file. So we have a different blocks of size. Each of the 64 bit plain text is there. We have to encrypt and we have to send it. So again, the people have done a research on that thing, that can we try to again garble there? Already they are doing a garble in the DES. Again, when there is a blocks of this thing, then again, can you do the garble more and more? The more you can make the garble, it is more complex for attacker to attack. That's why they are doing this. Okay. So of course, we have only the 64-bit block size with a 56-bit key. So now we have a multiple 64-bit block size. Can we make it garble? That is what our question is there. Okay. Yes. So this is what they are defined in the NIST standard. Okay, what is the full form of NIST? NIST is, you can say, the dictionary for security. All the standard right now the people are using, all of us, either you are mentioning the end-to-end encryption, decryptions, or SSL or any other things, all those standard defined by NIST. What is the full form of NIST? One more thing for your exams. These are certain, checklist I have put it, like dependency questions. Other thing is, for each student there is a different question. That's what is there. I'm thinking. Okay, it means that I will prepare a question in such a way. Question is one, but when you have to write your answers, it is different. It is purely different for all the students. Maybe your some yes.
The National Institute of Standard and Technology.
Wow, very good. Whenever I am not getting any response, my mind is free. Whenever my mind is free, I am thinking about this twist in your exams. So that's why I always keep giving the answers. You have to make sure that my mind is not free. Okay, otherwise I'm going to think some of these tips and tricks. Already this is done in an offline mode. When I have a class of, let's say 60, 80, the division wise, what I come with, I will come with 100, 200 questions. With all the students, roll number I have, I will give them about 5, 6 questions, because in 1 hour they can handle only 5 to 6 questions. So what I will do, I will generate a random number between 1 to 200 for all the students in the Excel. And that's I will give it to them. Simple. No matter where the students is sitting, it is a very hardly chance students are getting the same question by the next students. Out of 200 questions, you will get random purely numbers. Okay, so does not matter to me. Simple. I'm thinking. Okay, so now we have a 2 stream of ciphers. One is block and one is stream cipher. What is the difference between block and stream cipher? Oh, last answer is done by online based students. So now it is offline based. It is fine, na? Jeet and Badal, we can go with switching to online and offline. One answer is given by online student, one answer is given by offline student. It is fine. Jeet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. CR says final, so it is final. Yeah, so this question is to the offline students. Difference between the block cipher and the stream cipher. Come on, you are giving answer late. Oh, I'm thinking.
Break down into blocks, and each block is ciphered separately.
Oh, stream you are not aware. Okay, let's see someone else. Stream cipher. He said block cipher we will divide in a blocks. So I think is the DES a block cipher? Is that? DES is a block cipher. 64-bit block is there. Good. So what do you mean by stream cipher? Chalo. And yes, every time I will give a chance to other students to give the answer. So if indirectly one student is giving the answer, second time second student. Everyone must get their chance to give answer. We will always give a chance to all our students to speak. Yeah, stream cipher. One answer I got from block cipher, stream cipher. Yes, I'm thinking. Yes, continuous means.
Like what we had in serial cipher like basics, but same key is applied to each text.
Very good. It is going bits by bits, or some couple of more bits. But in block it is more size. In a stream it is very less size. Very good. Good. So I think you both you will got your chance. So next time you have to give a chance to other student. Good. So in a stream cipher, we have a stream of bits is there, 1 by 1 bit or 2 or 3 bits at max. And that's where they are coming and they are going to make it done. In a block cipher, at a time we are taking entire dot block, either 64 bit in DES or 128 bit in AES. Entire blocks we are going to perform and we are going to done it. OK, so in a block cipher, it may happen the last block does not have the entire size. So that's why we are adding some garble bits or dummy bits. That's we are going to edit and then we are going to do it. OK, so this is what they are going to use it in a block cipher and stream cipher both. OK, done. So this one is the first ECB, electronic code book. This book cipher, that is what the name is there. OK, so I think done. Good. So I think very good. You're on exact on time. Good. Now one of the advantage in offline that students are going to stop me. Otherwise, generally I have to stop by looking at the words. So I think these ciphers we are going to look in the next lecture. OK.